This video was sponsored by Skillshare. There has been no single project that I have been sent more than this one. Approximately 1 million people have sent me this reel by Mender Maker, so let's try and make it. So I'm going to try and make vases, just like Mender Maker. So very important, I'm using this cotton yarn. This is 100% undyed cotton yarn. It's the same stuff that I used for the duck. If you saw the duck is the reason that this video is existing because that was a fail. So we're going to try and not fail this one. Basically, I have two new strategies that I want to try to see if we can make this work. So I'm going to make a few of them and we test out different techniques on them. Okay, let's start with a simple one. Let's do this. I know I need a yarn bowl. I know. Something that many people were suggesting I do in the duck video is use stitch markers. And I do actually use stitch markers. I just use a piece of different color thread. I don't actually feel like you need to buy those little plastic guys. I mean, you do you, but that's what I do. And I did actually use them for the duck. I'm not sure if I used them throughout, which is why I didn't see them, but yeah, whatever. So. Stitch is marked. I'm wondering if I'm making this too dense. Like maybe I need to use a bigger hook. I always find it hard. I'm doing a double crochet cardigan right now, and I always find it hard to like make that switch between single crochet and double crochet. I don't know if I'm the only one. What are we doing? Single crochet increase. Okay, that turned out way bigger than I expected, but look how cute. How fun is this little guy? I have no idea how this is going to turn out. I really don't. I think this is kind of pushing it for size-wise because I fear he's going to collapse in the kiln. I am going to use a balloon on the inside when I dip it, but it will still need to hold itself up in the kiln. And I think I'm actually gonna not use tutorials anymore and I'm just gonna kind of freestyle it because in the end I did freestyle this quite a bit. And I can do that. It's gonna be fine. So I'm gonna make a few more. I'm gonna aim for about this size, not this size. Maybe I can make this one the biggest one that I can make. One other thing that I did is I varied up the stitch a little bit. So this is just a simple single crochet in both of the loops. And then I did the back loop to make this nice little ridgy bit here. I don't know. I'm having fun, but I'm just going to slowly make these throughout the rest of the day because my wrist needs a break now. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. I started learning how to crochet a couple of years ago, and at the beginning I felt really intimidated with like where to start. If you want to learn how to crochet, I can highly recommend the step-by-step classes from today's sponsor, Skillshare. As you know, Skillshare has loads of great classes taught by world-class creatives. I've been taking Crocheting Plants by Lisa Kalhofer, which has been really fun and is making me very excited about crochet sculpture. I find it so helpful to watch each step of a crochet project instead of trying to puzzle through a written pattern. Whenever I want to learn a new creative skill, my first thought is, I wonder if Skillshare has a class for that, and they usually do. Skillshare is the best place to learn a creative skill, pick up a new hobby, or reconnect with your creativity. Skillshare has classes in illustration, graphic design, crafting, and even entrepreneurship. The platform is designed to help you build creativity into your life by learning directly from real, super talented, and successful creatives. The first 500 people to click my link in the description or scan the QR code on screen will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Get started today. Finished my vases. I think generally they're very cute. They're a little wonky, but I think once I give them a little bit more structure, they're going to look better, I hope. Anyway, I tried a few different styles, like some with larger gaps and some with smaller gaps. So we're going to test the slip application that Mender Maker does. I'm gonna follow her instructions precisely on her reel. And I also want to try something else that a commenter, one of you guys, commented on the, I believe it was the crochet duck video, about dipping the piece in Wasserglas. Let's talk about it. So this is Wasserglas. This is German. Unfortunately, I'm going to put the English word up here because honestly, I can't remember what it is. I don't think it's a direct translation. But anyway, it's a type of almost like baking soda, like it's a type of salt as far as I understand. I don't fully understand what it is, but I ordered the exact stuff that the commenter suggested I order. And the idea is to dip it in here, and that's somehow going to fill out all the little crevices and make it then dipping in slip a lot better. We shall see. We're gonna test both methods and we're gonna see which one works best. But first, balloons. I ended up getting like the most sad beige, oh, here's a colored one. The most like sad beige balloons. I don't know why. These were just the ones that were available at the shop, but they are depressing. Let us fill these up and give them some structure before we dip them. Oh God. Like that. Gosh, I forgot how hard it is to like blow up a balloon. Just gonna try and hide my end as best as I can. And once it's covered in slip, it's not going to come unraveled. I think. Okay. I don't know if this is gonna work because it's not like a round shape. Probably works better with like round shape bases. Get in there, you. Okay, that's as much as you wanna. Whew. I really like this one. This one has potential, but are the gaps too big? Okay, the big boy. I hope this balloon is big enough. That is very cool. If this one works out, that's very exciting. I think I'm gonna try and dip this one in the Wasserglas because, I don't know, I feel like it's gonna collapse otherwise. If I understand how it works, that's a big if. I'm hoping I can get this even and orderly, but we shall see. Look at these. These are already so fun. Okay. If you didn't see the duck crochet project, I'm using a casting slip. Just because I have it, I'm not sure. I think you can also just use your normal slip, but then you might want to add a deflocculant to it. So I've been told. I don't know anything about like casting slip and deflocculant and all of that. How I understand it's this basically the difference between casting slip and slip that you would make from normal throwing clay is the added deflocculant that makes it more liquid without adding more water. But we're going to make our concoctions. Oh, this is going to be too big. I need a bigger bucket. I'm out of breath from blowing those balloons. That's embarrassing. This is too big. Okay, bigger bucket. So to this one, I'm going to be making a watered down slip a la Mender Maker, like how she does it. And then these two, we're gonna do the Wasserglas. And then eventually we're gonna dip that in slip as well, but I will have to wait for the Wasserglas to dry. I really need to figure out the English name for that. So let's start with the slip, shall we? So I'm going to have to dilute this a lot. This is also casting slip that has been sitting in my kiln room, so a very hot room, for years. It was for a project that like I never did. So it's literally just been sitting there. It is very, very thick. So we're gonna add some water, and I think I'm gonna use my immersion blender to mix it up. That's where the slip ends, and that's where the water ends. That's helpful. That's where the slip ends, and that's where the water ends. Not sure how helpful that is. I hope I didn't make that too thin. We are like drip thin. I think I'm gonna add more. This is how thick, still pretty thin. You can always add more slip. Her method, her strategy is to just basically dip it a lot. Like she told me 7 times she gassed approximately until it feels done. So, oh, get in there you. It's hard to tell if it's covered in slip or if it's just wet. I guess we will see when it's dry. I tied a little string to the balloon because it's like lower. It's gonna be easier to clip it that way, I think. Hope. Just holding under here a little bit because I can hear the air bubbles popping. It's definitely something. This is all very strange. So I think I'm going to use the same slip mixture for both, and the difference will be adding the vase glass to one. This is what I'm thinking. Okay, it's not enough, so I'm just gonna have to like turn it around in here. And I'm gonna try and get it all really soaked. It's kind of this weird, like almost gluey material. Weird stuff. Feels like a beach ball or something, like it wants to float. I feel like this is not gonna stay up. Or maybe that's okay. It's kind of like sticky. It's a weird material. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I don't think it's toxic or anything because it's like literally baking soda-esque. Like, it's like a type of salt, I believe, but it's weird. How much do you want to bet that I can get this back inside here? Ooh. A little spillage. Okay, I have no idea how long it's gonna take these things to dry. We shall see. Hopefully it's not gonna make a huge mess. I wish I had a sink and then I could like hang them over a sink, but. All right, I'm going to just dip these over the next few days, weeks, I don't know, until they feel hard enough. And I guess I'll take you along, but this is my thoughts for now. Still a bit soft. These are weirdly hard now. Weird. Look at what I made. It's Monday and I made this over the weekend, like a little riser thing for my template. I've always been storing them up here, but I wanted to make it a little nicer and I thought it would make a nice little backdrop thing. Anyway, we're gonna keep dipping these guys today. I dipped them once over the weekend. I think I've dipped them now 3 or 4 times. Gosh, I've totally lost track. I'm not sure. I might need to thicken my slip because the ones that are just the slip, like you can still press them a little bit in certain spots. Like parts are hard, but parts are not. And I feel like each time I dip them, like it's not adding anything. It's just like rehydrating the slip that already exists. I'm not sure. I have to think about it. Maybe I'll dip them one more time today and we see how it goes. But these ones that I dipped in the vase glass, these ones are very hard. I should have looked this up. I don't know what the heck they're made out of, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and pop them now because I feel like that will allow more slip to attach. Like if you see, they're a lot more yellow than the slip. Like this part is very like yellow and then up here is whiter. And I feel like this is the slip, and the slip is not attaching to the rest of it because it's like sealed, it feels like. I don't know, I might need to thicken my slip. You know what I should do? I wonder if I can find it. I need to organize my studio really badly. Nothing is organized right now, but like mostly I know where stuff is, even though it's not organized. But right now, I don't know where this thing is. I do have, what is it called? Gravity, it measures the gravity of something. I should do that. Maybe I'll find it. Maybe I'll find my gravity measurer device, whatever it's called. I want to dip these one more time in this slip before I consider thickening it, so. Oh, come on. That's not fun. But this looks really cool. How freaking cool is that? Wow. Okay, let's try and dip this. Hopefully it's not gonna like crumble when I dip it. I mean, I'm gonna have to wipe the bottom anyway, so I don't know. I don't know if this slip is building up. It's really hard to tell. Let's try and dip one of these normals. I don't think I can get rid of the balloon on these ones yet. When I dip it, it feels like it's filling up, but that also could just be the water, you know? I'm gonna check back in on them tomorrow, I think, and we see how they look. Good morning. It is so dark out today. It feels like it's dusk already and it's like noon. So I've got my artificial lights on. Can you tell when I have artificial lights on? Because I feel like the natural light always looks so much better. No matter how much I fiddle with these artificial lights, I can never make it look good. So anyway, the lighting is what it is today. I wanted to give you an update. I dipped these once more off camera yesterday, and I am really at a crossroads here. I do not know if I am applying enough slip with each dip or not. It's clearly building up, but I feel like my slip is too thin. So what I'm going to do, I want to do an additional experiment here. I've got 4 pieces. I'm testing 2 in one method, 2 in the other method. So I think I'm going to take one of each method and thicken the slip, and we test that additional method, because I'm afraid I'm going to put these in the kiln and they're going to just disintegrate basically into a powder. This is my fear. So I think I'm going to take one. Yeah, I'm gonna take one of each, and I'm gonna dip them in a slightly thicker slip. And the other 2, I'm just gonna keep dipping 2-3 more times in the slip that we currently have. And then we see, because I'm trying to toe the line. I don't wanna make the slip too thick, because then it could, get rid of all of the nice detail of the stitching of the yarn. Like, it looks really cool right now, but I don't know if it's gonna survive. So basically, my goal is to have the thinnest amount of slip where the piece itself doesn't crumble. And I searched high and low in my studio for the thing that measures the density of whatever material suspended in water. I cannot find it. I suspect I never brought it with me from Berlin, which means I haven't used it in 3 years. I considered buying a new one, but if I haven't used something in 3 years, I certainly do not want to buy it for just this one project. So unfortunately, I can't tell you the perfect formula for the thickness of clay. I'm just gonna kind of wing it, and you might have to do the same. Okay, so I'm gonna put thicker slip in this one. The thin slip will stay in here so I can dip the big boy. Wondering if I can yeah, you could sort of feel Like, I wish I could explain the feeling. You can sort of feel that it's denser. I don't know, maybe I can just kind of get a feeling for it, but this just feels more watery. And then when I pick my finger out, this has a bit more clay on it. This is as scientific as we're getting, I'm so sorry. Okay, let's dip these guys. Also, I need to make this flat somehow. Every time I dip these, I feel like it's not doing anything. Tomorrow, I think I need to pop these balloons. Another day, another dip. I'm gonna pop these balloons today, and I'm gonna see also if I can flatten the bottoms so they don't like tumble anymore as they are. I made notes on my phone which one is which, so I don't mix them up. These are my thin boys. Oopa. So I'm gonna dip them and then try and press down. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do like flatten the bottoms of the one with Vasseglas because they are hard. And they were hard from the very first time I dipped them. I don't know, but I can press them against this and we see, and we see. I hope I don't like crack it. The slip is definitely building up. It's just taken so long that I suspect my thicker slip to be the correct amount of slip. Oh, come on. This side's squish, but this bottom doesn't want to squish. Come on, you. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. I think I can squish this one though. The original artist made it look really easy. Let's pop this boy first. It's a little flexible still, but hopefully it's gonna be enough. Looks good. I'm hoping that like by popping them, the slip has access to the inside and then it's like having a bit more stuff to grab onto. These get very flexible when they're wet. So I feel like once again, the bottom is quite hard. Ooh, he's like losing his structure. Okay, well, that's flat, right? Okay, I'm gonna put these guys on one board and the thick guys on another board. I mean, he's like not a flat bottom at all. I could dip the bottom in water. Should we try that? Just the bottom part, and then maybe it doesn't collapse in on itself. I feel like this Vasseglas stuff, I don't understand. I don't understand why it's so hard. There we go. All right. Guess that worked. Maybe I'll let this dry for a second before we dip it. That's much better. Do I dare dip it in slip also? Do I dare? I do dare. Maybe the bottoms, because the slip kind of pools at the bottom, maybe the bottoms have so much more slip built up than the sides. I feel like we're finally getting somewhere though. Like after God knows how many dips, I feel like the slip is finally starting to build up and the bottoms are getting flat, or the bottoms are flattened now. He's starting to collapse a little bit. Do you see him? He's starting to collapse a little bit. That's no good. Well, we shall see. I feel like I need 3 more dips at least, 5 dips. I don't know, I feel like I'm dipping a lot more than I had originally anticipated. So I don't know if that's due to the slip thickness or if it's, or maybe I'm over dipping. Like maybe I don't need that many. I do not know. Good morning. I think I'm done dipping these. With this thicker slip, I'm starting to lose a little bit of the definition of the crochet stitches. So I feel like it's enough. I want to test it now. I want to put it through the fire. And I think I'm just going to fire them all. I was thinking, maybe I'll test a few of them, but I want to have a solid test of these different variables that I played with, and we can see which ones survive, if any survive. So I guess I'm just gonna load them in the kiln now. So it's like such a messy project. I don't know anymore, like I've completely lost count of how many times I dipped these, but maybe I'll add it up and I can put it on the screen right now. Oh, be careful. Let's go. Just barely fits. Kiln is cool. Do we think they survived? Let's see, it did make a decent amount of smoke, so keep that in mind if you're gonna try this project. They're in one piece. Ooh, they're light as a feather. Okay, I definitely feel a difference in how stable they are. I don't actually remember off the top of my head which one got which coating of either, I don't remember what it's called, that magic goop versus the thicker slip, like these two variables. But what I can tell you is that this looks crazy. Do you see, like, I clearly did not have a thick enough coating on this one. You can see the hollow bits here. Less so on the bottom, I guess, because the slip dripped down. But I am nervous to dip these. I'm having flashbacks to my duck. Look at this here. We have straight up hole here. That's not looking very good. Little bits coming out. This one feels most solid. I did take notes about what application I put on all of these. Vases, that's the word. So we can check at the end, but let me see if I can dip these, and I'm hoping we get at least a couple of them to survive. So let's see. I'm just gonna dip it all as one piece. That's both risky, but also the safest option, because if I glaze half, water is gonna seep into the rest anyway and weaken it. So if I just do it all at once, I can get it done before it gets too weak. This is my logic, but I have no idea if that makes sense. I'm just gonna dip it like this, I think. Ooh. I did crush the top a little bit. Let's just do it. We're going for it. Ooh, this one is so light. Wee. I just felt something crush in my finger. So I'm thinking I'm going to let these dry now overnight, because right now they're at their weakest state. They're fully saturated, they're hollow. I dare not touch them right now. These are gonna take a really long time to dry because they're so thin. That clay itself is so saturated that it's not absorbing the water from the glaze anymore. It was just like that with the other ones. But the different strategy I did this time was dipping it all at once, which is in the end, I think what caused the duck's foot to break. I don't know. But I'm actually quite pleased with the status of them. I did break the edges, the rims of these two just from holding it between my hands. The force of my hands holding it in the glaze is just so weak, it's just wanting to crumble. So yeah, these look okay though. This one is drying a bit already, which makes me think that there's more clay in this one. I have to look up what method I used for this one. Interesting. There are definitely differences, so I'm glad that we tried a variety of methods. Okay, it is the next day, and I believe they're dry. It feels a little moist still, but I can definitely touch it. the glaze doesn't come off my hand. So I'm gonna wipe these now. Hopefully not damage them in the process. I do need to be careful that, like, I'm introducing water now and water makes it weak. So I need to be careful not to press too hard, and I need to do this quickly. So let me make a little spot here. So I'm gonna put them here. Hoping that the bottoms are like a little bit thicker simply because the clay kind of dripped to the bottom. The glaze to clay ratio is definitely like, once this is fired, I'm thinking that the glaze is really gonna like hold it together. Actually, it's not so bad. And this is the most fragile one, I believe. Let's not get too cocky though. So I decided to fire them on cookies just in case they do completely collapse while they're firing. I don't know. Pray for me. I'm so anxious and excited to open this kiln. Will we have vases or will we have a blob? Will we have something that's, I don't know. I also hope that they're not too fragile. Ooh. I did not expect that. Oh my God. Look at this. Do you see this one? This is that giant vase. This is that big one. I'm so glad I used cookies. And this guy, he's also kind of blobbed over. These two look interesting. This one and this one, they look interesting. Okay, let's get these out. Thank the Lord I used a cookie here. He is completely fused to the cookie. This was that big vase, if you remember. This was the biggest one, and I said it might be too big, and it was. He just completely crumbled. Interesting. Okay, let's go down the line. This boy, very much flopped. We have a perfect vase. He didn't even stick to the cookie. Look at this beauty. And this one? Oh, okay. We got him off. He's a little crumpling, but he's also very cool looking. Okay, I think what we're most interested in is which technique was on each vase, because obviously very different effects. This one also had like a lot of gaps in it that could have also contributed to its demise. But also, look at all these holes. It wouldn't have been successful either way. And this one as well, it's just full of holes. This is what the duck looked like, this very sharp texture. So let's see. So this one, the utter failure was the thin slip plus the vase glass. So the vase glass did not save this one, but potentially it was so big that, who knows. This one was thick clay and vase glass. So the vase glass certainly did not help here. Maybe I bought the wrong stuff. I don't know. Apparently it was successful to the person who commented that tip, but in my case it was not working. So lesson learned. These two babies are the no vase glass, and this one is the thick clay. So that is very exciting. And this, like, it actually, like, can you hear that? It actually feels solid, like, versus, you hear how hollow that sounds? The clay actually permeated into the structure, so it's actually, what about this one? Like, this is the thin one. I do wonder if this one did not have so many gaps here, if it would have also turned out, although, you see this? It's broken up here too. That might have come from when I dipped it though. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But obviously, like, I think that this one is the most successful. You can see so much texture on here. It's really very beautiful. Like, he's obviously lost his shape a little, but it is a crochet vase. It's meant to look a little bit like fabric, a little bit loosey-goosey. You can see the stitches, which I find so nice. I'm really happy with this. I feel like I finally figured it out. the thinner slip than what I used, but the thicker version of that. I'm going to try, and I'm either going to buy a hydrometer, or I'm going to try and figure out how I can calculate the gravity of the slip so I can share it with you guys. Maybe you guys can give me some tips. Anyway, if I figure it out, I'm gonna post it in a community post. So have a look for that. I'm going to try and figure this out so you guys can replicate it if you want to. But yeah, moral of the story, try different things and eventually something might work. So I'm really excited about this. I do want to try a couple of more crochet dipping in slip projects. So if you have any ideas for me, let me know. All right, that's it for me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.